can't.
See, I get exactly what you mean because that's my favorite. I like the fishy type of fish. Like, I think I'm one of the few people that might be able to handle surströmming because of that. Because my favorite fish are like I love salmon, I love tuna, like I love the ones that aren't too fishy that you get in like sushi, like very light flavors. But I love like mackerel with pepper, anchovies. Oh, it's so good. I love them. Those ones, those are like the super fucking fishy ones. You taste them for days. If you like put mackerel on a stove in your house, that mackerel smell will be in your house for like the next 4 days, and I love that shit. It just hangs to the walls. Ah.
Oh God!
I'm just sitting here describing like my heaven, and for Vox, it's like hell.
Oh God! It reminds me of maybe the worst experience I've ever had with fish. Which I don't know if you've ever been to a Swedish crayfish party.
No.
Well, it was the party itself was an incredible experience. Like, it was very midsummery. Like, you'd sit out in this beautiful, like, very green garden. It's very bright and sunny, and they bring around all of this food, all of this like fennel salad and this crayfish, and then they hit you with, and you have to get up a little hymn book and sing these songs about how much you love alcohol. And I was just singing along, being like, all right, this is good. And then you finish a verse, and everyone says, "Skål!" And then you drink the aquavit. And aquavit is very strong, and I didn't realize this, and so I was like absolutely just downing shot after shot of aquavit because I really liked it. And also, like, being around a Swedish family, I wanted to prove that I could handle my drink, and this was the worst mistake I ever made. I asked the family the morning after, and they said, yeah, every single non-Swedish person who attends one of these parties throws up because they cannot handle the alcohol. And I, unfortunately, was in that camp. I drank way too much, and it just affected me. But the thing is, this was after I had eaten because at the time, I didn't really like fish that much, but I was fine with it. And I was there just, like, slurping the insides out of these crayfish, like, trying to peel it apart and just eating it. And I was like, I mean, it's fishy, but it's all right. You know, I can handle it. But it wasn't the same after I had thrown up and all of that fish had kind of left me, and then the scent of both vomit and fish was just stuck in my mouth. And for the next day, I felt genuinely ill with this fishy smell just around my head. Like, I just couldn't get rid of it. It was in my mouth, in my nose, everywhere. And so I was just sat there feeling so ill. And I think ever since then, I've just not wanted to go near fish of any description for the longest time.
I genuinely get that so much because I think it was when I was like 22, 23. Like, I had a really bad experience where I got really drunk and ate like a whole fucking large pizza at one point. And it was like, to this day, I will never eat like a tomato-based pizza anymore because there's something about throwing up like tomato sauce that just adds to this, like, the burn of vomit. And so anytime, like, I don't even eat like lasagna or fucking pasta or anything like that anymore because it all reminds me of that experience of vomiting like 5 times and just tasting tomato paste. So yeah, I'm back. Like, it took me a long time to even like ever want to have a pizza again. It took me like 3-4 years. Nowadays, I'll just have like barbecue sauce based pizzas. Oh man,
barbecue sauce based pizza.
I wasn't even one of the fishy pizzas either. That was a normal pizza that I threw up.
This man really had pizza ruined for him. I couldn't imagine that. I mean, I kind of get what you mean. Like, a super strong acidic tomatoey taste. It's not amazing, but I mean, it's a part of a pizza. I can't handle like pure tomato pizza. I think the biggest draw of a pizza is definitely like that thick melted cheese. You know, I really love that. And you know, if you just have a large pizza with a little bit too much tomato, there's nothing worse than getting like a slice of pizza where the cheese kind of falls off and it's just pure tomato. Like, that shit stinks.
That is the worst shit. Yeah, you get that so much at like certain pizza places where like the entire thing would just slip because if it's too greasy, yeah, all of it just like slips off when you try to peel off a piece, and it's like, well, this is fucking ruined. I want to grab it and put it back on. I have to grab it and put it on another slice when it's cooled down a bit, because that's the thing, when it's too hot is when it slips off, and you're like, I'm not grabbing that with my fingers. It's so fucking hot right now. Oh man,
you just have to sit there with this disgusting just bread with tomato on it. It's like, ugh.
That should genuinely be like a curse against someone. I hope the toppings fall off your pizza. I hope your pizza is cheeseless.
Dishonor upon your family, dishonor upon your pizza.